What's up there, YouTube? Thanks for coming to the channel. Thanks for coming to this video. Like and subscribe, please. I'm gaining a lot of followers. I really appreciate all of you. Appreciate all the comments you're putting in there. Some of these projects I've done, you've put in things I've learned from. So I always love to see it, and I always appreciate it. If you're here today, you're putting DeeZee running boards on your OBS truck. Awesome. Timeless, classic look. I got these DeeZee running boards because I painted my truck, wanted to put these on. The instructions that came with them were so big, and then there was a bracket on the back that I couldn't find a darn thing on the internet on how to put this on or where to put it. So after some time and looking and thinking, I figured it out. And I'm guessing hundreds of people or installers have done this before and figured it out, but figured I'd put together this video for everyone to enjoy. So appreciate you being here. Again, like and subscribe. Keep it coming. I'm on plenty more videos I'm editing right now, trying to put together with a lot more footage from the OBS and the Super Duties 7.3 power stroke. So stay tuned. Enjoy the video. Alright, so let's get a look at what's in the box here. What's in the box? We got the running boards. Nice. Oh god. Scratch and dent special. All of our hardware, our brackets, those mud flaps. Ooh, hollow foil, just like Pokemon cards. So that's what's here. I'm gonna get started and separate all the hardware by the size thread and everything, so it's kind of organized. And then we've got our brackets. Cool. Now that the coffee and 5-hour energy is starting to kick in. So here's our hardware. I got it all laid out. You've got these bolts. You've got these threaded screws. They're going to be the ones that hold the mud flap into the fender. Then you've got these carriage bolts. They go through the running board into the brackets. So I've got all that separated. This is kind of what it looks like here. Luckily, they did a good job making these, because most of these are going to be the same piece. Just, I think these two are the only ones that are directional. So that's not terrible for left and right. So I went through these this morning on phone and all. You've got this Super Duty Ranger Jelly Bean F-150 truck. And I was trying to figure out what this is. So this is a view from behind the cab. It's like you're looking at the body curve, the lip that goes underneath. And then later in the instructions here, it took me a while to figure this out. That's why I'm doing this video. But later in the instructions here, you kind of see that's where that bottom and the back of the curb is. So that helps for reference, because I was trying to figure out for a little bit how they had this all laid out, because very vague, but takes some problem solving for these instructions. So all right, let's get started. They wanted us to use these clamps. Doesn't say where to use them, but I'm assuming. I don't have those with me right now, but I'm going to use carpenter clamp. Okay, so first step, I got D and E out, and I got to put these brackets onto them. So you separate them left from right. They've got a little curve in it, so does this. So I'm going to match that in there, run those bolts through and tighten them up on both of these. Looks like those are nylock nuts here, but these are not. None of these are nylock or crushed on the side to lock, so that's a little unfortunate. I might change that down the road. So next order of business is we have to get these on here. I'm paranoid. I'm putting cardboard on this so I don't scratch it, even though I'm gonna step on it with dirty boots. But so you're gonna get 2 bolts. We're gonna run those through in that order. So these are gonna go here through washers, nuts. So I'm gonna get those put on here now. And then I'm gonna get them flush with the end right there. So that's level. So we'll get started on that. Put those bolts, nuts, get that all tightened down. So our next step, once we get those all bolted up, is we got to get this up mocked in there. So this is where I believe they want you to use those clamps. But first, let's take a look in here, because the back of that's going to rest along this, right? And there's already some factory holes. I'm going to try and use them if I can, but we do have to get behind this bolt up against there as well. There's some more holes there. So this is kind of where that's going to go up against. Then it's got that notch cut out to clear that, and then the fender is going to go up for the mud flap right there.
and then the rest ties into this. So I've got this lifted into place here. So this is where it gets tricky, and you might need either a jack or a second person. I'm gonna use this clamp here. But what I can't seem to figure out at the moment is how I'm gonna hold this up here. And so I'll probably get a jack out or some blocks to hold that up in place so I can drill the holes on from the back to put the bolts in. So to hold up the front, I got my larger clamp. I'm going to take it off. I'm going to reverse it. And then I'm going to use that to hold that up from the ground into the body. Okay, so the next step they want is, I've got that all up there, is they want to make sure, this is basically saying, make sure the truck's level and the running board is level. So I've checked the floor, but now I got to get this. And it's looking like to me that I can come up a little bit on the outside. So I'm going to use my other large clamp and bring that up a little bit to get that more level. Then I'm going to get underneath and drill the holes. That's going to be with a 1/4 inch drill bit. So again, just trying to get this as level as I can. Look at that. Okay, so it wants us to drill 4 holes. So I'm going to use that one towards the back. This one and this one I'm comfortable with too. And I think I'll get one more. I was trying to avoid drilling the panel if I could, but I'm going to get one more right around here. So over here I chose like behind that a little bit. But we're going to go right in there. So that's kind of what I decided for that front one. I don't know how this POV filming is going to work out, but I hope you like it. I got my first hole drilled, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the bolt in. That will help hold it up while I'm drilling. I'll get the other ones going and just hand tight them for the time being until all 4 are drilled. Alright, so I got those 4 bolts in there tightened down. So the next thing they want us to do is to put the holes through this and screw this into the fender. This is one of my least favorite things ever on truck accessories like this, but I'm going to do it. So I'm going to start the truck. I'm going to turn the wheel so I can get in there with my drill. And I got to do 1, 2, 3 holes. That's what they're recommending. And then put these threaded bolts, screws into there to hold that to the fender. Okay, so my wheel is cut. So this is one of those spots before I drill this. I definitely want to make sure we're good and level with the running board. There you go. In fact, I might go closer to the high side so when weight is on it. So I'll get it there. Now I got to drill 1, 2, 3. I'm going to measure with a measuring tape and then go in a little bit more to get inside the fender lip here. So earlier I was looking and I was like, why does it say 36 inches? Both of these 36 inches. So the truth is, what we need to do, and there we go, we need a 3/16 drill bit for these bolts, which are going to be the ones that hold in those mud flaps there. So I'm going to get our 3/16, switch over to that, get a tape measure, start on that. So we got interesting on the fenders here. These are like, this lip is a 1 inch wide. So we're going to keep that in mind, and we're going to go a 1/2 inch to be in the middle of it. Okay, so where this comes in handy is that I'm going to measure to the fender from the outside here, right? So I've got 3 7/8. So then I need to add a 1/2 inch to that. So 3 7/8 from here. So I'll keep it, what I'm going to do is make a little dot on the end of the fender. So that's where we measured from. So then we got to do 3 7/8 plus a 1/2 inch, which is going to be 3 3/8 or 4 3/8. So from here we're going to go 4 3/8 in, and mark there, you get what I'm getting at, because that's going to be right in the middle of that fender down here. I got to watch out for that bolt though. Again, switch to the 3/16 drill bit, so here we go. Oh, I'm paranoid. See that? So then we're right in there. Now I can get my first screw put in there to keep it straight for the rest. As I started to do this, I was thinking about the aluminum against the metal and the paint and everything, so I had some leftover camper tape I'm going to put on there before I suck that into that, so it kind of stops rubbing or anything like that. So I'm going to get some of this on there. So I've cut roughly 2 4-inch strips, so one's going to go down on this lower part. I'm going to favor the inside so it's not as visible. We're going to get that roll into there. Doesn't have to be perfect. The next is going to go right here. So that will stop any ugly rubbing and paint damage. So I cut 2 small triangle pieces, so I'm going to get one of those, that one, put in there to close that little gap. Cool. So you can see how much that's sucked that in, and now we've got that there. So I'm going to do 2 more screws, one more around here and then the other up there. So I'll measure that, same thing, kind of the distance, 3 1/8, so 3 5/8 right here. Now I can drill that one, and then I'll do one more here, which is 2, so 2 1/2. That will get me right around the center of the fender. So I'll drill those, and then I'll get those screws in. So we got all 3 of those in there now. Kind of close that gap, pinch that foam, so that's nice tight. So now we can get to the next step, which is getting the bracket on the back. So same thing, you're gonna have to get the level, get that right, and start on that one. Okay, so if you found yourself here and you're worried about where this C-piece goes, that looks nothing like the angle of that picture. It goes up into the bottom of the frame, cross-member frame for the cab. And you're going to need this bolt, and that's why there's 2 extras of these. I'm down to the end here, and this is where the whole time I've been reading through all this has just been confusing me, because you're going to have 2 for there, another bolt for there. So I'm down to, they're just the right amount of hardware here, but one of these is going to go up into the bottom of the cab. So there you go. Okay, so our next step now is to get this bracket in. So I get the feeling you're probably, if you're working on this project right now, you're here because of this step. And I just took over an hour to look at this, research the internet, and I don't find nothing. I asked some questions on Summit Racing, but I'm going to show you now what I did for these next few steps, or what I'm choosing to do, really, because I'm frustrated. But I'm going to do what I think makes most sense for the structural integrity of this back support. Okay, so I need to get this piece in to here to hold that, and then this has to mount up to here. So I already drilled my hole. I'm going to get that into there. I'm going to drill my holes here, and then with the C bracket, I'm going to go to there, under to there, drill a hole for a bolt down here, and then I'm going to use one of their self-tappers, because this goes into the cab cross member here. I can't get a nut on the other side, but with that said, when you put weight on this, it's only going to push up into there. So it's really the lateral that matters the most. Alright, so let me get started on that. I'll get that bolt, and then we'll get that. Okay, so I got that top bolt in. I drilled my holes, and I put the carriage bolts in, so I'm going to bolt that down. I'm going to get that level. I'm going to tighten this all down. Then I'm going to work on this next piece, the C piece, that's a pain in my C, and get that in. to there to there. All right. Okay, those are all tightened now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get that clamp, push up on this a little. I'm going to drill my hole there. I got to get the 3/16 bit for that screw and drill that hole there. So I'm going to get started by putting my bolt in there. Kind of get that pressure up so I can get that as far out for when it counteracts. And then screw that into there with the drill and one of those screws that we used for the mud flap. Okay, so I got that drilled, I got the bolt in there. It's not even tight yet, but what I did is I'm putting a little upward pressure on this with the clamp, and then I'm pushing this out again as far as I can so I can figure out where I want to drill. I'm just gonna do this real quick. Again, using the 3/16 drill so I can use one of these screws. That's what I got going on here. Then I'll tighten it all down. Okay, so that's in there. Got that tightened down. Business is getting this. This is going to be that like middle support for the running board. We're going to go 25 inches from the front here to there. I already marked it. And then I also just got my square because I want the bolts to be straight on the running board because I'm crazy like that. So I'm gonna put that there to make sure when I drill my holes they're straight on the running board. So when you're 25 inches back and you get that straight, you get your holes drilled, and then you'll get one up drilled through there, which happens to be on this double reinforced part on my truck. So I'm gonna go ahead and get that there, not go too far in, so there's a little gap, but I know it'll straighten out when we tighten those down. And I'll get that drilled, make sure I've got a spot for a hole there. Should say for these holes we are back to the 1/4 inch drill bit. Okay, so I held that up. Got my cross mark, luckily we got slots, and then I kind of marked in there too. So I'm gonna start drilling my holes so I can get this bracket in. So I got those holes drilled, I got those carriage bolts dropped in there. I'm gonna get that bracket up, washers and nuts from underneath, and then I've got those two started there. So I'm gonna get that last bolt. The bolt's gonna go up and through, and then the washer and nut will go on the top side. So I'll get that in, and then we'll tighten those down. Now we're much more sturdy here. That's all in. Cool. So that'll get this side all buttoned up and ready to go. Wow. So I'm doing the passenger side now, and again, I'm gonna do the 4 bolts, get those 3 screws up in there, and then get those brackets installed, and we'll have it done.